Hey there kids, it's me, Safari Sam, and today we got something you're gonna absolutely fucking love, mate. Today we probably got the coolest thing that you'll ever see on the show. It's so amazing. Easily the best thing yet, you know? Better than fucking turtle shells and seahorses, trilobites, beetles, gators. Better than all of it. Today, we have an actual Tyrannosaurus Rex tooth from the late Cretaceous period, 65 to 66 million years ago. It is incredible. I am very excited to show it off. Now, it's a bit of a smaller specimen. It's a little cut off. You know, it's not a complete fossil. Sorry about that. But it's still pretty cool. Right? It's still pretty goddamn incredible. So let's take a look at a T-Rex tooth. Okay, so it's red. Alright, let me explain. Okay, so I had this fossil, you know, in the shed that I live in, because absolutely I am very poor. And I was like, hey, yo, I want to masturbate. And I mentioned in a previous video that I am very desensitized. I masturbate way too much, no lube, super hard. So, you know, I thought I'd maybe try a little anal play. It's not gay. It's not gay. So I, you know, just popped the nearest thing into my ass. Which happened to be this really expensive T-Rex tooth fossil. Yeah. So the red is dried blood from my torn anal cavity. As it turns out, you actually need lube if you're going to do butt stuff. But also, the edges of this T-Rex tooth are slightly serrated. Yes, that was so the T-Rex could actually rip and tear the flesh of its prey, like a Triceratops or some sort of hadrosaur. I don't know, I'm not a paleontologist. Now, honestly, I kind of doubt that there's much about the T-Rex that I could tell all of you that you didn't already know. It's the most popular, the most famous dinosaur of all time, right? The apex predator of its age. Now, there has been a big debate in recent years about the T-Rex's dietary habits, right? A lot of paleontologists are now saying that the T-Rex was a scavenger and not a predator. And honestly, that is absolute fucking bullshit. Is there physical fossil evidence that shows T-Rex is a scavenger? Yes. But that doesn't mean it didn't hunt. The way those jaws are built, those are not the jaws of a scavenger, mate. Those are the jaws of a fucking predator. You know, the tyrannosaurs, these are some badass theropods. Fucking badass theropods. So, like, there are plenty of animal species here in the modern day that will hunt and scavenge. But for some reason the T-Rex has to be one or the other? No, the T-Rex was probably just both. Like lots of predatory animals. If you come across a corpse and you're a meat eater, that's a fucking meal you don't have to work for. You know? It's like when I dress up as a homeless person and go to the soup kitchen and they completely believe it because in actuality I am a homeless person and I just kind of don't want to admit it to myself because it's like, oh, I live in a shed, but... Okay, so enough about me. I don't want to get into this. Moral of the story, you know, scavenging, it's a free meal. A lot of predators do it. It's not unusual. The debate is completely, entirely ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as this fucking you know, charade of a show, but you get my point. Hey, best boy. Did you like that? Was that a funny gag? You get my point, because, you know, the tooth. Don't just fucking stare at me from up on your ladder, you know, tell me if the bit was fucking funny or I'm gonna push that thing over. So the T-Rex itself lived in kind of western North America, or what is now western North America, I suppose. Then I think it was called Lamidia. I don't fucking know. I'm not a paleontologist. They should really hire someone more experienced to do this. But I mean, it had a much larger range than lots of other tyrannosaurs, you know? It really did. The fossils have been found in so many different places and different rock formations. And they're all part of the like Upper Cretaceous period, as I said, 68 to 66 million years ago. Last known member of the Tyrannosaurids, because, you know, that fucking meteor just fucked every dinosaur right in the ass. Just a fucking dildo from space, just absolutely wrecking those motherfuckers. And they're some of the last non-avian dinosaurs to exist before that extinction event. So, you know, T-Rex is a pretty fucking interesting little twats. So one thing about the T-Rex, right? They had these fucking tiny little arms and these little two-fingered hands. So if you look at the fossil records, like tyrannosaurs, they're like these theropods. Their arms get smaller as the millions of years go by. And that is because they aren't hunting with their arms. Their jaws are so powerful that the arms kind of become redundant. And if the dinosaurs had been allowed to go on for millions or more years, the Tyrannosaurus likely would have just lost its arms entirely and been completely armless. That's very much possible. But here's the thing. There's evidence that the T-Rex's arms actually had like strong muscle on them, despite being like really short and with just two little nub claws. So why did it evolve to be buff if its tiny little arms couldn't be used to hunt? Here's the thing. It was probably for sex. They probably used them to latch on to a mate while they were bumping uglies. So I've seen some paleontologists even say they would like massage and scratch each other to get each other in the mood, or to do like social bonding. Some scientists think that they might have been social animals, which I actually find very interesting. I myself am not a social animal, because no one will allow me in their social group. You want me to stop like spinning the fossil? Oh, like just keep it still so they can actually get a good look at it? I don't know, if you knew the same things about this fossil I did, you would understand why it's a bad idea for them to get a good look at it. I mean, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, Rex meaning king, is honestly just an incredible creature. You know, no one makes any dinosaur media without including the T-Rex. For the most part, anyways. It's just such a beloved dinosaur. You know, it still fascinates people to this day, and it's been dead for 66 million years. And to this day, everyone's still sucking the fucking clit of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Because it's cool. You know, it's powerful, it's dope. Did it have feathers? I actually don't know. Once again, I'm not a paleontologist, but you know, the T-Rex was a badass motherfucker, and I'm very, very happy to be able to talk to you about them today. Anyways, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and I really need you to do me a solid here. I'm running out of specimens, okay? I am running out of specimens. The specimen box behind me has like some minerals in it and like a couple other animal things, but at the moment, this is my last fossil and I know how much y'all love the fossils on this channel. So we kind of really need to raise some money here if you want the show to continue. So if you follow the Patreon link in the description below, it'll take you to our Patreon where you can get lots of cool stuff for donating towards us. The $1 tier gets you like memes, behind the scenes pictures, announcements that are exclusive to Patreon. Did I say behind the scenes? I don't know. I don't care. The $10 tier is the last one. But in between that, there's a $5 tier. That one gets you videos and giveaways as well. And then you go up to the next tier, which has even better giveaways. Right? Even better giveaways. And downloadable content, plus all the stuff from the other two tiers. And the $5 tier has all the stuff from the $1 tier as well. But yeah, you know, because there's a lot of things we need to do. We need more specimens for these more desk format Safari Sam episodes. We're kind of just doing a bunch of them right now to kind of, you know, renew people's interest in the show. But we do have several other ones planned. But we have to, like, travel and go to places and find live animals and stuff. And that's gonna be difficult to do without money. Damn it. So, if you could just support us on Patreon, you know, we can bring you a lot more fantastic Safari Sam content. But until then, thank you all very much, and I'll see you all next time. I don't know, Jerry. I'm worried they're going to figure it out. Because it's so obviously fake, Jerry. It's so obviously a replica of a T-Rex tooth. I tried really hard not to show the bottom, but it was just kind of flat. And for some reason, someone painted it red. I guess that's why it was so cheap, because it was a replica that's fucking red for some reason. I guess red is supposed to show that it's a replica. Like, that's some kind of sick... Don't interrupt me, Jerry. Alright? We can't do this again, alright? You need to get me a real fucking dinosaur fossil ASAP. I know they're expensive. I know. But we can't just keep showing them fossilized fish and fucking bugs and plants. We need dinosaurs. That's what people want to see when they click on a fossil video, Jerry. So fuck you. Get me a real goddamn specimen.